Good morning, 47. The board has sanctioned Eric Soda's for termination. After Colorado, we did some digging into Soda's private affairs and discovered that he has been fast-tracked for critical heart surgery at the hyper-exclusive Gama Private Hospital in Hokkaido, Japan. Such a display of power has Providence written all over it. Sodas, who suffers from a rare condition known as situs inversus, where his internal organs are reversed, desperately needs a right-sided heart transplant and has clearly betrayed the ICA to get it. He was admitted last night and is currently being prepped for a 3-day surgery. We have booked you into Gama under the usual guise of Tobias Reaper, corporate shark, here for a standard medical checkup. As such, you will need to play it by ear and procure whatever tools you need to complete the mission. You also need to eliminate Yuki Yamazaki, a Tokyo lawyer who works for Providence. Sodas has already given Yamazaki access to our client records and has agreed to provide a full list of active ICA operatives post-operation. This transaction cannot be allowed to happen. Sodas must pay for his treachery, and his insidious employers must be taught a lesson. ICA's sovereignty is at stake. Powerful as Providence may be, we need to draw a line in the sand. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Hokkaido, 47. The Gama Private Hospital provides cutting-edge medical treatment for the global elite, outside the law if required. The facility is partially run by an artificial intelligence system known as Kai. The AI oversees patient admission to various areas in the hospital, and even participates in some medical procedures. You will find Eric Sodas in the operating theater, undergoing a pre-surgery regenerative stem cell treatment. A highly controversial procedure, yet to be approved by Japanese authorities. Yuki Yamazaki has already arrived. You'll find her in her suite or roaming the restaurant and spa areas of the hospital. Sodas is scheduled to be put under soon. Let us make sure he stays that way. Good luck, 47.
Yes, the final mission of Hitman. And it has that kind of a, you could say, a catch. That you have nothing. And there's no key cards. All access is controlled by your clothes or your disguise, which means this is not as easy, that you have to think a little bit different in your, you could say, way of operating, as there is quite complex array of all kinds of things about to happen, and there's a bathroom of the.
If I was young again, that's what
so, and bathrooms are very handy in this purpose. So it's time to do a bit of a little preemptive, putting things quiet. Luckily, there's usually just one person in the bath. Do some old-fashioned assault and battery. And dump that patience into the cupboard, because there's one man marked.
I haven't.
Sure, Invisible Man, maybe Dark Man. Yeah, shut up. Totally Dark Man.
You look like the mummy. So what kind of work did you get? Nose bridge? Cleft chin?
Can you keep a secret? Shut up. I'm being cut to look like Helmut Kruger. Yeah.
Helmut Kruger? The model?
Yeah, the one and only. I mean, you know, the resemblance was always there.
I don't know.
You used to tell me, you know that. They would tell me, hey, you look just like Helmut Kruger, and I'm like, shut up. But here I am, just sort of fulfilling a prophecy, I guess. I'm about to go meet my surgeon for a checkup, and I cannot wait to see what I look like underneath.
But you're Jason Portman, the new face of Silicon Valley. Modem called you the Golden Brain. Your stock is soaring. How will people react if you suddenly look like someone else?
Shut up, you'll see. Once the bandages come off. It's almost time.
Hello.
Shut up, Helmut? No, wait, you're not Helmut. Hey, bad form, dude. You stole my idea.
No,
look,
I just look
asshole,
naturally
maybe you
like
can find
this.
someone else to emulate.
Besides, I am Helmut.
I don't know, Jordan Cross. He's hot, right? Wow, this is super embarrassing.
Well, he's picking a fight, so let's solve this matter in a bathroom.
Shut up, we don't.
There's a guy in there taking a dump.
Got connections. I can make you disappear for good.
I make people disappear for good. So, sorry about that, but I don't think you're gonna... see your surgeon quite soon. So let's just see. I can see how his face looks without his mask. Yeah, he looks quite beat up. Well, of course, he's been around plastic surgeries.
Mr. Jason Portman, please come to the hospital entrance. A doctor will escort you to your checkup. That was for Mr. Jason Portman.
Well,
A doctor will escort you to your appointment. Please proceed to the hospital entrance.
Thank you.
Ah, Mr. Portman.
And there's a
Perfect
doctor.
timing. Follow me to the consultation room, if you please. You must be eager to see the new you. Gentlemen, Mr. Portman is with
Sorry,
me.
I have to cough.
No need to bother him with necessary security measures. You're in good hands, Mr. Portman. Guam is such an incredible place. The medical facilities are beyond anything I've ever seen in the world.
Yeah, but the...
Well, with the exception of perhaps Kronstadt HQ or Ether's R&D facility in Johannesburg.
Yeah. This mission is
Must be
something
good to
that...
get out a little, stretch those legs.
It becomes... It's actually... There's...
But I imagine it can keep
actually
you
easier than in the
older.
previous it's actually
If you
quite
haven't been to the
easy
gym yet,
in
you
comparison
should really
to
go.
get the silent assassin in this, because in this mission you practically have to do it perfectly from the get-go or you won't get anywhere.
So, facial surgery tends to heal pretty quickly. But I understand yours was quite extensive. Don't worry though. We've got the best facilities here. You'll get those bandages off in no time at all.
Well, so Howard Gilly is the father of modern plastic surgery, who, well, developed most of very many of these plastic surgery reconstructive techniques. Figured out, and because he worked during the First World War, he had lots of work, lots of patients to experiment on the quality sound, and he figured out that massive changes can be done, which means...
Sit down for a moment, I'll get started right away.
Well, alright, thank you, surgeon.
So, let's have a look at you, Mr. Portman.
Once again, this
Still
nice
as I
little
remove
obscure the face so you
bandages.
can, so the unmasked face can be
It's
exchanged.
astonishing. Not only are you the spitting image of Helmut Kruger, the swelling has completely subsided and there's not a trace of bruising. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you'd never undergone surgery. It's perfect. Simply perfect. I'm sorry. This is very emotional for me.
Well, thank you, doctor. And because as a sign of gratitude, I will knock you out and still looking like glass doors. They are not gameplay sense. They are not glass doors. They are not transparent. But now I just stole myself a new set of clothing, and of course, having done that means that I'm now being...
Who are you, man? Do I know you?
Oh damn!
Wait here. You hear trouble?
They spotted. I was spotted. But I managed to get away fast enough to avoid bigger disaster. I was too hasty.
Sir, I am talking to you. All right, you win.
it's me. Are the final details in place? Oh, well, he was.
Alright, managed to avoid that little hiccup. Although I don't say it was a little, it was actually quite big hiccup. But there is one specific little trick I can make.
Hey, so you're the curator's research aide, right?
Let me guess.
Once there's one person has the infamous microchip implanted into his head, which allows him to control his moods. So if I would tamper it, it should make him a bit of a loopy. And of course that is exactly what 47 wants to happen. And he has the control chip right here. And with that, it's quite happen. I can make it happen quite efficiently. Oh yeah, there's actually quite lots of these kind of you might say not so pleasant conditions to go, but I think the most difficult part in this place is just the fact that moving around is very controlled.
So, my friend, it must be quite an experience coming together. Having you in
Oh.
dare I say it,
No, like not to be like this.
right?
I feel extremely lucky to be part of such a
Let's take the scalpel,
I work as hard as I possibly can. It's a shame that the government's
and there's the recording room. So it's time to just tinker with it. Actually, not so much tinker with it, more like just break it apart.
You will succeed.
And now while I'm at it,
I understand. Thanks for your
let's make man have a bit of a whiplash. Yeah, the guy in charge of morgue is quite weird. But there's the organ. And that's not an instrument, that's a body part. Oh yeah. And of course, in this mission, if it wasn't already obvious, 2 targets and only one of them is wandering about. So, but the other one is extremely strongly guarded.
You're excused.
By
That
not only
is the
by guards,
backside
but
of
also
Down
by
Heart destined for sodas. This is what he sold out the ICA for.
Come back later.
yeah. You are cheerful. So you better take some time to... Damn, he's creepy looking dude. So, time to do it now. What happens when a man trained to kill people tampers with a heart to a man he's about to be killed? Well, it's messy. Trashed.
Elegant solution, 47. With sodas on the operating table, and no hope of getting a second right-sided heart in time, you have effectively killed him without laying a hand on him. This should be a clear message to anyone considering following in his footsteps.
Yep, he's dead. I killed him without even having to take any contact with him at all. I didn't even need to see him. He's dead. I think the only chance they can actually do something like in this kind of situation would be to stitch him up, wake him up, and tell that sorry, but your transplant heart just was destroyed by unknown assailant in a night. But there's also some other interesting event happening in here. It's the fact that Miss Yamazaki is extremely eager at the practicer of yoga, so it might be a good idea to try to tinker with, work with that part. well. But I generally say that the kind of layout of this place is quite not the most easily understood. But let's just make the yoga instructor the most to be handleable. But before even that phase is something that which even could be done, there has to be done some preparation work as well. Well, there's the yoga. Yeah, he's quite he doesn't look too happy. And he's just wandering about looking miserable.
Terry, it's John. Listen, I need your help, buddy. Well, I tried that pose we talked about, Destroyer of the Universe. Well, it sort of backfired. I was feeling so good this morning, too. I just felt so centered and so pure. And then the director came up and asked me to grab a lesson with Yuki Yamazaki and Yakuza lawyer who's staying here, I told you. No, bad karma, man, just terrible.
I don't say it's bad karma, it's more like bad omen.
Well, I'm not sure what happened exactly. I thought I had it, but then somehow I pulled something back there. No, back there. I can't walk very well now, and I've seen that Yamazaki woman stalking around the yoga platform, and I've been dodging calls from the director all morning, so I just need a favor. I need you to call up the hospital, tell them you're my brother, make up some family emergency that I need to fly back home from right away. Why not? Mom won't find out. Terry, look, I know you're only 12. No, don't get Mom. Terry. Damn it.
Oh, once again, a case that very unpleasant job somebody has to do, and he doesn't want to be doing it.
Chatting with my little bro, just talking about all his video games. Listen, I've got to run. Okay, next appointment's here. Talk to you soon. Okay, I love you. Okay, yes, hello. Say hi to Dad. Okay, bye. Damn it.
Well, now he's limping about to some other location, so let's just keep stalking him. Of course, I could already batter him right now, but that would not be so professional, because there's some other locations as well. I can go and batter him. But then again, not yet. In here. Put him to the and once again, window, despite me looking right through it, is not real. But now that guy is in the cupboard, and of course I must clear this area, because if I don't,
too crowded and too little heat.
Shit! I would need a handyman access card.
Maybe later.
That is Yuki Yamazaki, former lawyer to the Yakuza and current operative for Providence.
Damn, I don't have a handyman access. They are very sneaky about how they manage this building, and doctors don't have access to spaces of maintenance. That was a bit of risk. Stuff. Quite good baskets. Well, managed to. Now let's try out. Does the resort staff key access be enough to get to that place, or do I need to be a handyman? Because if I need to be a handyman, it might be a... Yes, I do. Inconvenient. This kind of thing that, yeah, you don't have access to this place. How in hell can they assume anybody to be able to maneuver this place with all these different accesses to be available?
Weird.
But now he should be coming here. And he is.
There. Hello?
Knock him out. Let's just do it the crude way and just, well, not so. Let's just deliver them to this room with laundry room with already filled laundry basket. It's quite nice that they added some sort of a limit on how much you could actually shove people to these boxes. Otherwise, you could be shoving whole crew, facility crew, personnel into these spaces. Alright, now I'm the handyman. I hope that one has... Oh yes, handyman can go. Yep. Hot spring is no longer being cooled, which means people lolling about in it will get very, very hot. And as I had already stolen taken down the yoga man, there's no problem in taking this as well. And nobody noticed anything weird.
What happened? They pressed the pipe or something. No harm done, sir.
So yeah, in a sense, this is not the most you could say difficult mission this game has, although it is quite difficult, mostly because of these travel restrictions you get.
Miss Yamazaki,
Yoga time, huh?
I believe you booked time for a yoga lesson.
Yes. To be honest, I was beginning to wonder if you're ever going to show. Glad you're here.
If you will just follow me.
And that is once again David Bateson's brilliantly dry delivery of Agent 47. If I have read correctly, they have added interactions, mostly because there is very certain sense of comedy in that quite stilted, dry, matter-of-fact delivery, and the fact that he may sometimes find himself in very, you could say, silly outfits and the situations in which that completely stirred, stubborn, utterly focused facial look is something that well, makes it look like, makes them much more, you could say, silly.
And body fly.
I'm ready to begin.
Miss Yamasaki. Very well. Let's begin. Let us begin with upward-facing
Yes.
dog when you're ready.
And it might be that Agent 47 knows yoga himself. Mostly because it is quite good exercise.
Fluid movement. Very good. Now, transition into Lord of the Dance. Remember to breathe throughout.
And let's do some nice camera work as well.
Warrior 2 pose. Core, strength. Stay there for a while.
Beautiful view.
Changing sides. Be strong.
But she appears to be quite much of a thriller seeker.
And finally, tree pose. This one is tricky. Find a good spot.
Standing right next to a high location.
This is a view to die for.
Much obliged.
That's both targets down. Time to find an exit. We're done here.
Okay, what's down there? That's that's a snowmobile. Not so necessary. But with that, the final mission of Hitman 2016 is over. It did not go as smoothly as it could have been, but it went quite smoothly. Mostly because in this mission it must go smoothly or it won't go at all. And that's actually, I would not say to be the perfect way to design a game, but it's actually at least completely functional method. You could say that grabbing the bandage-faced patient and then stealing the surgeon's outfit makes it very efficient, so you can actually move about the almost entire facility, because that's always the most necessary thing to go, but it still wouldn't allow you to go anywhere. And time to leave in a sky car in quite cold looking landscape of Hokkaido. And well, nice series, or would I say quite good series. So